Welcome to the GameItall.com live podcast. My name is Lucas Grimm.
Hey, I'm Pino 25.
I'm your worst nightmare. I'm Adilaris.
What, you are? Oh, I wouldn't have imagined it.
Well, basically, you're trying to sleep and I'm up under your bed.
No, I thought
the whole night.
I want to punch you now.
I thought it was
just right. and ask our noob Gurney. I will do it.
Agree?
Yeah, but
our noob.
Oh,
one of our noobs that we have on our weekly Noobs Play show.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember. You telling me
no.
about that.
My worst nightmare is looking under the bed and seeing Pentavis creeping back at you. That's my worst nightmare.
Am I allowed to tell this story?
Go ahead.
Yes, I am allowed to tell this story. So we have a friend had a friend in college who was dating another friend.
That's lots of friends.
These are a lot of friends. So she got up and Penafis was there, and he was just like, I'm here to pick up Buddy. Where is he? We have to go get Pokemon. And she was like, oh, he drank a lot. He's hungover. He's sleeping right now. He'll wake up very soon. We'll just let him be. We gotta go now. So he goes into the room and gets in bed with him, and just spoons right next to him, and just waits. And he thought it was her. So he turns around, goes for a kiss, and Benefice is just there like, what's up, bro? and scene. That was done.
That is this week's breaking news, and that's your podcast for this week.
That was the most amazing thing ever. That was back in college. That was a few years ago. Talking about worst nightmares. There you go.
Okay. What are we starting with? Oh my God. You people.
So, first thing I want to talk about is actually something about the site, because we had a couple really amazing things happen this week. First off, we had an interview. We had an interview with Chantel Riley, who's the star, or one of the stars of the upcoming movie Race. And that is available on our YouTube channel right now. You can pause this video and go see it. Don't pause this video. Wait till we're done.
We're live. How can you pause us? Well,
don't pause our video.
You can. No, unless you want to buffer.
Unless you want to buffer and have us over talking. It's a half-an-hour podcast or interview, and it is great. She is a sweetheart. Brandon had a great time.
But she's in the damn Lion King.
Yeah, she is.
Frickin' Broadway.
Sweetheart, man. Seriously.
How the hell did we swing that to get that?
I wish I knew. Seriously, I really wish I knew.
We put all our points into luck and charisma. The end.
Yeah, luck and charisma. We've got. So, aside from that, we also had a Noobs Play this week, which we did The Binding of Isaac. That was actually a Noob's request, so I don't know why they wanted to play that. I'm glad we did, because that was the most twisted fun we've ever had on Noobs Play.
Yeah, because Binding of Isaac is twisted, sick, twisted nightmares.
Well, and to add to it, we had a pain game to it, too. So every failure, they had to get a flick in the forehead. Not a big pain game, but it over time escalated, and when it came down to Gurney and Mike being the last people, it turned to a slap bet.
Did they taser you in the nuts?
Not yet. No, we're not that popular enough to get the taser to the nuts goal.
So that's on talking shit. We're gonna taser Grimm in the nuts. It's gonna be awesome.
Sure. We'll
well, hey, if we're raising money.
If we're raising money, okay.
Think of the children.
I, I don't want to get tased, and that's not happening. Gurney seems to
You're
be.
saying think of the children, but you're doing an act that will specifically remove the ability to produce them.
All
Oh
right,
dear
let's
God.
continue.
Let's jump to the news. I think it's time for the news. So there wasn't a whole lot of news this week. If you may have noticed,
Was quiet.
it was a very quiet week. I was very surprised because we're starting to get into the new year. Well, we're already 2 months into the new year. Uh, it was just a lot of release dates is what we got. So actually, starting with a couple really big releases, Lego Star Wars: The Force Unleashed was announced. Of course, continuing the tradition of the Lego Star Wars series, Traveler Tales will be doing the new Star Wars movie and including levels that are kind of a prequel to that one. So in between Jedi and Awakens.
hmm So, ooh.
So Lego Star Wars, but with
It-
everything else.
yeah, if you've seen the movie, you play the game.
And you have the slapstick comedy of PT
Lego.
games of
Yeah,
Lego.
that's fine. They're usually amazing titles, so it's probably going to be a fun, good time, I guess.
Oh yeah. Another release that we got was Grand Kingdom is coming out. Special edition was announced as well. That is coming for June,
Get your
and
dollars.
and it looks great. I really want to play Grand Kingdom. Grand Kingdom looks amazing.
Do we have a price on
Let me
set
get
thing?
no price as of yet for
Okay.
over here, but I'm assuming it'll be in the $100 range.
Yeah, and if you want a copy, it's NIS. So if you want a copy, you should probably pre-order that shit because once they're out, they're gone.
Yeah, it's NIS and Spike Chunsoft developing, so that's
Yeah,
especially different for them because they are mainly graphic novels
yeah, not
or visual
really
novels.
this. But once it's gone, bye-bye.
Exactly. And then, of course, we also got told that Seventh Dragon, a very popular game in Japan for the 3DS, is coming to North America. Atlas and Sega are releasing it over here. It's the third entry in the series, but we've never seen the other two.
I was gonna say like the name sounds like a generic RPG, but I'm like, it sounded familiar, but at the same time, like I never heard of the game. And I honestly knew nothing about it.
Yeah, I know. Like every time I heard it, I'm like, this sounds familiar, but no, we never got it. So
It's like
this is the first release that we're getting of the series. It looks great. I actually do want a 3DS so I can play it. It does look like a lot of fun.
it's like no, you're not gonna get one, not two, but you get three.
It is a standalone story though, so
Oh, so
won't.
it's like Final Fantasy. Okay.
Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy. Main story actually is pretty cool because it involves time travel, dragons, and dragons trying to kill everybody.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
And you can have a cat cafe in your base. What more do you want?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, meow,
And
meow,
now let's talk about the big release this week that was
yeah.
announced yesterday. And you have something for this as well. Doom.
Yeah.
We have a actual release date for Bethesda's upcoming, highly anticipated shooter, Doom.
Can you see it? Is it there? Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's almost Master Chief.
It's a mixture of Master Chief meets Crisis meets COD and Battlefield all mixed together, and I'm like generic shooter insert title here. That's
So-
all I can say.
Yeah, that the cover art does leave a little more to be desired. I mean, look at the original cover art. You have freaking
Why do I get a box? Damn it.
look at the original cover art. You have a guy standing over a bunch of dead demons while firing like a shotgun and machine gun.
I was expecting that.
I was
'Cause-
expecting that, or like Chainsaw, or something more, or even just the big skeleton demon that we saw in all the trailers and everything. Like, why didn't we see that guy? But
well,
instead, we get generic Space Marine number 25 with double-barreled shotgun.
because number one, John Carmack is no longer at id. I'm
Yes.
going with that.
He was more on the technical side of things. I don't think he really had much to do with the artwork.
Yeah, but he probably still had a say of that's going on the cover.
Plus, for a company
Probably
of
enough
that
to
size
do
at
that.
this point, I don't
Yeah,
think
I know.
any of them really had any much say on the cover because that'd be more of the media department.
Yeah, I know, the PR and the marketing and all this crap. I don't know.
I'm still really excited to play it, though.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I want to play the damn game, but the cover looks like crap.
I don't mind
Yeah.
the cover; it just doesn't stand out for what a Doom game should be.
Yeah,
Yes, I agree.
they should have just remade the original cover from the original game and just went.
That actually would have been better, considering that they're basically this is a reboot, right?
It's essentially
Yeah.
it's essentially
Essentially a
the
reboot.
first game.
Yeah, well, yeah, they should have just done like a modernized version of the original cover, I think.
So, Doom will be hitting PS4, PC, Xbox One on May 13th. There's also a badass collector's edition. Let me see if I can bring up the actual collectors here. I really should have figured that one out here first. Had that prepped, but live.
I think
I
at this
feel
point,
like I
it's
say
expected
that
of us.
every time, every podcast. Oh yeah, we're live. It's fine.
Okay, we'll do
Here.
it live.
Fuck it,
Yeah,
we're doing it
live.
I'll find it. Anyways,
Yeah.
So May 13th, I'm
Wow.
super fucking excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see. Here it is. Okay. And there we are. That
Yeah,
is
you
a
get a-
collector's edition, man. That is what I wanted to see. That skeleton.
The back, that back cover looks like it should be the cover.
That would have been fine.
The box kind of reminds me of Resistance 2, the collector's edition.
A little bit. I find that
I see it.
the cannons and the chest gear he's wearing reminds me of the T-Rex looking guy in oh my god, I'm blanking out on names.
T-Rex looking guy.
It started with a B. I don't even remember now. What's the game with Marcus Phoenix in it?
Gears of
wow.
War?
Gears of War. Yeah, those big Tyrannosaurus looking guys with the big cannons. It looks like that. To me, anyways.
Nah, can't see it.
No. Alright. I'm on drugs. I'm sorry.
You're on drugs. Yeah. It's fine. We'll get you help.
No, you won't.
So, among all these awesome new releases being announced, we do have to announce a cancellation, and that is of Batman Arkham Knight's
Oh my
Linux
god.
and Mac version.
To absolutely nobody's surprise.
No, nobody's surprised. I mean,
I'm amazed.
If you can't get the Windows version of a game working, there's no way in hell you're getting a Mac or Linux version of it going. It's basically,
Yeah.
no, it's
That's where your refund comes in.
yeah, they're gonna make so much money back on that.
Oh, totally. So, I didn't get to play it last time that it came out, but Overwatch is returning to beta next week.
Mm-hmm.
So
With,
that is actually
new game types and new maps added to it too, apparently.
yeah. So February 9th, new beta. You'll need to sign into the BattleNet system in order to get into the beta.
Which is free, so it's no big
It
deal.
is free. It's a free beta, so like you'll need to sign in, take a look at it. From
That's
what
not
I've
really
been told,
surprise.
from what I've been told, Overwatch it has been amazing. We'll get to see it later this spring, apparently, for PS4, PC, and Xbox One. No official release date, but yeah, it should be interesting to see new characters, new maps.
New IP from Blizzard.
Yeah.
There was a picture that made me laugh really hard about Overwatch over the weekend. It was set up in the format of somebody's like those background pictures you can have on your Facebook for your profile, and it's basically Black Widow lying down with a sniper rifle, and then one of the other characters just face first in her ass.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm like, didn't take the internet that long to come up with that.
Oh no, not at all. I mean, come on. No, no. Not jerking off for that shit.
All right. What's next? What's next?
So, Guitar Hero.
Yes. Especially Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah, Guitar Hero 3, one of my personal favorites of the series, even
A
though
long
that's when
one.
Harmonix left the series. It was right before it. But it arguably had one of the best end songs on any of the Guitar Heroes, and that was Double Went Down in Georgia.
Wrong.
Oh, come on, that was amazing. And it had the best end credit song, too, Through Fire and Flames by Dragon Force.
There you
Now,
go.
Through Fire and Flames by Dragon Force is coming to Guitar Hero Live. So that is actually a throwback to the other series. And it's going to be interesting to see with the new peripherals. It's going to be... I could just feel the hand cramp happen.
I liked playing the song, but I could never get past 80% on expert mode. It was just insane. And that was back when I was in my prime of being able to play it. If I tried to go back now, it's been like 6-7 years since I played it, so if I tried to play it now, there's no way in hell.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
But, like, it's Dragon Force's best song, and really well suited for the Guitar Hero, really.
So this actually, when I said it was coming back, I should actually have corrected myself. It is live right now. It's on the Guitar Hero Live's online streaming service, the Guitar Hero TV, and it's on the specific channel of Shredathon. Now that will play Through Fire and Flames and 4 other songs on repeat for the next up until February 8th at 7 a.m. Pacific. Give me a few seconds here. I seem to have a visitor. Let's keep talking around yourselves. See how awesome
All right, let's continue. Well, we are changing the show. We are doing the tech podcast right now.
live TV, folks.
Already over.
There's your tech podcast. It's gone.
All that hype for months.
All that hype for the tech podcast, and
He just ruined it. He came back. We're done.
came right back.
Never happening again.
Oh, man.
And we can never show that again on television.
You'll never see that. Not in a million years. So, Through Fire and Flames, that is available now. I'm sure it'll be circling the Guitar Hero TV network for a while now. So keep an eye out on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see. I really hope people, like somebody could actually stream that, because I want to see somebody break their hand.
You're gonna see 7-year-olds 100% that song. It's already been done, but still, like, there's so many amazing prodigies out there.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
So, in Japan, Japan is
A weird
manga
place.
central. So comic books, manga, everything over there, they actually love that to no end. Now, other thing that they love is Legend of Zelda. Actually, that's what everyone loves. Everyone loves that game.
Yeah, March 4th. Come on.
If
March
they don't,
4th.
they're lying and they're communism traitors.
But what the fuck? Never mind. Anyways,
Too far.
just a little. Okay, so what would you get if you cross a manga and Legend of Zelda together? You get
Potato.
Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess manga.
Oh,
Which
it
is-
continues on with the other manga books that I saw at HMV.
Yeah, way back in the for
No.
Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link to the Past, and apparently there's been a version for Skyward Sword as well.
I saw a version
Yeah.
for Wind Waker, and it was really good, actually.
So yeah,
I
Legend of Zelda manga is nothing new, but this one, Twilight Princess, is coming out just prior to the release of the March 4th HD version.
I'm so excited.
So this is going to be interesting because hopefully we'll be able to get that in North America before it launches, but as of this moment, it is Japanese only, or Japan only. So somebody will translate it and we'll be able to read it on the internet at some point in time.
Just like everything else.
Just like everything else with Japan. You always see a dubbed version or
Subbed.
or whatever. It's sub version.
Good man.
Oh,
And this is amazing because this is actually the last thing of news we had for this week. Bethesda is coming back to E3.
I'm blown away.
Just a couple weeks, or not even a couple weeks after EA announced that they are not going to be at E3, but instead doing their own thing called EA Play, Bethesda said, you know what, we're coming back for a second round. This is also coming after them saying that we just had what we wanted to show at E3 this year. We're probably not coming back next year.
It sounds to me like they saw an opportunity to fill a power void, for one, and secondly, I think their studios have been way busier than they've been letting on, because usually, at least from my understanding, is that Bethesda tends to leak a decent amount with the last few games, but like we honestly didn't hear anything about Fallout 4 until they announced it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were working like heavily on something else.
They're definitely working on something else. We're going to see something else coming out here, but it's just the fact that what would they be showing off? Because it'd have to be something new to be their big showstopper.
Well,
that's E3. That's what you do E3 for.
and
Well, my guess is either another standalone Elder Scrolls game, or they came up with a new IP.
yeah,
I don't see anything Fallout related coming out so soon right away. Usually there's some decent.
We're
Live
still
doing.
don't know what we're getting for DLC for the season pass and everything.
yeah,
so
people have bought that.
That is going to be a likelihood of what's going to be there.
Yeah, I feel they might like obviously mention like what's in the DLC or stuff, but unless it's like an incredibly big piece of DLC, I don't think they would hype a reservation spot of that magnitude just for DLC.
No, not just for DLC. Something else that they're planning.
Well,
Yeah.
and over the years, Bethesda has learned their lesson not to show stuff before it's ready. So
Yeah.
Fallout was an amazing coming of age for them of going, it's done, let's show it. Not, it's half done, let's show it. So,
Yeah, that's true. Like, because they showed it, they gave a firm release date, and then released it.
And they gave us a mobile game.
And a mobile game on top of it. So, Fallout Shelter 2.
Could. I'd be fine with that.
No, probably not. Maybe an Elder Scrolls shelter.
That doesn't work.
No, guild thing.
No.
Fuck, I don't know.
A complete. You are gonna get Dishonored, new IP, and something else. Expansion pack for Doom.
I
Talk
can
about
see all
something.
those. It's hard to say right now. Hopefully, we're going to see very soon. Like, of course, we're going to see very soon. We're going to see at E3. So now the thing is, they are going to be on Sunday as their original spot.
Awesome.
So just like it was last year, I'm hoping that they don't steal the show and make the rest of E3 feel worthless, because that's exactly what happened last year. We got all pumped because Fallout 4 was there, and
Doom.
then we had to go through the rest of the list.
Personally,
Go on.
I thought it was the best E3 to date, just because it started with a bang, and like obviously the hype was a little bit drained in comparison after that announcement, but it was still really strong for all the shows either way.
Yeah, like everyone had really good stuff. Like, yeah.
Speaking of the E3, though, you don't mind if I bring up the rumor post I put?
Sure, go ahead.
It's not confirmed at the moment, but earlier this week, Nintendo's new president had a press conference, and he mentioned that Nintendo was researching into VR. That's not surprising. Everybody is at this point. But because we still don't know too much about the NX, one of the major rumors is that the NX would be VR capable to some degree. And one of the main ties that puts those two together is back in October, Nintendo had announced that they were basically trying to get industry-leading chips, specifically worded, which to me sounds like they're trying to actually build a system that isn't going to lag behind the way their previous 3 or 4 of them have, compared to how it's been. So obviously, the other point too is that if you're going to run VR, you need good chips to push the graphics. So I think what is kind of leading up is that Nintendo's NX is probably VR capable, which would be super interesting and definitely something more interesting than what the Wii U had to offer.
Yeah.
To me,
well, if they're smart, they'll make a partnership with Intel and NVIDIA and completely screw everyone over.
Except I'm pretty sure the NX was being based on an AMD IP, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. They have their deal with AMD, and AMD owns essentially the market for consoles.
For consoles, yeah, they are definitely way behind Intel and PC though.
Yeah.
Plus, another reason why it's kind of a valid rumor, obviously again not confirmed, but Nintendo does try to keep up, at least in terms of peripherals, with the competition. So while they were the first with motion controls, and then Xbox and Sony followed up with the Eye and Kinect, Xbox and Sony now have their own VR, where Nintendo currently doesn't, and that's usually another void that they'll want to fill up.
Pretty much.
So they'll be competing with HoloLens and PlayStation VR.
We'll see how that turns out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, and that is the news for this week. Like I said, very small week this week.
Well, it was quiet.
Said. Yeah, it was quiet.
Oh, burning week.
Small week this week. That's what she's.
It's stupid. Just roll with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So, I have to admit to something. When I chose my 4 in February, I didn't know what I was choosing. I screwed myself over.
You're supposed to do the research before you buy.
I know I royally screwed myself over, because there is one game I will actually not be able to beat. We have tried. multiple times, and by the end of the month, I don't think I'll be able to beat Earth Defense Force 4.1.
Don't be discouraged, Luke, because I think at least 3 of the 4 I won't be able to complete.
Yeah, but at least like the 3 that I have, I can beat. It's just this one is the one I did want to beat really badly, and that's not going to happen because, like last night on Twitch, if my Twitch is still available when you're watching this, you can see the stream. Me and Metal Mike actually went through and started playing Earth Defense Force 4.1 split screen, and we got just destroyed. There is no way I'm going to be able to take on all the giant insects, the giant robots, the flying robots, the fucking kaiju that randomly shows up now, without backtracking to earlier levels, boosting up the difficulty so I can actually fight them and get more weapons, and then flying back and going after them again. It's just not going to be possible or plausible. So, also, the game has 88 levels. I'm at least 80 or 38 levels in, and it's already getting so hard that I do need a co-op player to beat it. So
Cool.
So what you can do is work on your other 3 games, finish those, and then go back to that one.
Yeah.
Or I can probably swap it out for something.
Nope. You've made your bed. Now you must lie in it.
Damn it! I did post that on there.
Those are the rules.
It's a bed of feces.
And you cannot edit the post. It is done.
Yeah, I can. I'm the freaking editor.
But we'll see that it's been updated, and then we're gonna.
We will know. We will know.
You will know, and now our audience will know. But
Luke, that's why next year you need to do your research before you say I'm gonna do this.
Or intentionally just look up games that have like extremely small play times.
Pretty much, because I did my research back in like December of what I was gonna play.
I had no idea of the concept. You guys threw it on me, and I panicked and chose whatever game I saw on my shelf. So
nice.
But we've been doing this for a couple years now.
But
so.
And now Sly and Mo, or Pentafis and Mo, I should say. I keep calling Sly, so might as well just say Sly and Mo have both completed one game out of their lists.
What did Sly complete?
Disgaea 5.
Really?
I'm surprised he completed
Holy
anything.
Shit.
Yeah, no, it's been completed. He supposedly is working on a review for it as well.
Nice.
So that's awesome. And Mo beat Wolf Among Us.
Okay.
Or if she didn't beat, she's on the last level. But either way, it'll be crossed out.
I'm gonna kill me some more Nazis. I'm halfway done of the Saboteur, so I will be completing that tomorrow.
So I'm about 2 hours in on one game. All I did this week was sleep because I got chronic insomnia and sometimes I just can't function.
Okay.
Just laugh it off, man. Just laugh off the pain.
What do you think I've been doing?
Now, I actually, despite doing the 4 in February's, I've also picked up a couple new games this week.
Well, there's your problem.
That's my other problem. I haven't actually started one of them, but Mega Dimension Neptunia, picked that up, and so far, amazing.
There's your problem there.
And the other one being Star Wars Battlefront, which is just my multiplayer fix right now.
You paid the right price for it. Explain the price.
Yes, because it is on sale right now. $40, right price for it. I think that's like no season pass or anything like that. Just a regular edition, $40, and that is the right price for it so far.
Reasonable.
And speaking of online-only games, Rainbow Six Siege had its update earlier this week. We got our Canadian operatives.
Yay.
Yeah, from the original game. Oh yeah.
So the thing is, the Canadian operatives are fucking assholes.
Surprise.
I'm playing against these guys because it's exclusive to season pass owners right now, and they'll be available in 2 weeks. You have the first guy that has a machine gun shotgun combo, who is devastating when he's shooting through walls, because that fucking shotgun, man, that just destroys everything. And then
Are you
you
talking
have
about the AI?
no, this is multiplayer.
Okay.
Other people in multiplayer have them. So the defense version of that sets a fucking bear trap. I don't. First off, I don't know how much more Canadian you can get than to set a bear trap to stop a terrorist. But you put a bear trap, you go through the window, it traps you, and if they are right there, you are fucking done. Because it pretty much instantly knocks you on your ass and takes about 75% of your health, from what I've seen.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. I can't wait to actually play as them. And yeah, every time I see them on there.
I can't afford the game, but every time you talk about it, you make me want to buy it.
Well, it is really good. Like it's classic Rainbow Six multiplayer, but that's the thing. It's just a multiplayer. That's the big problem.
Yeah, that's.
I have no problem with multiplayer as long as I'm not playing alone. I like to play those types of games with friends.
Stop moving your mic. You're making
What?
feedback. You have feedback.
There's a thing on it that I. Whatever. Bananas. What did I get for? Oh, I got. EA had Need for Speed Most Wanted for Games on the House this week, so I got that for free.
That's awesome. Oh,
Regularly $20. Yes. What about that?
Helldivers is free right now. For PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
And if no one has played it, I recommend it. It is amazing. I am sad that I had to get it for free. I actually kind of want to pitch money to the studio now.
Well, whatever. I got PC Plus. It's called Origins. Game on the House.
I was just about to say President's Choice Plus. What?
Yes, I have PC.
How you tell you're Canadian?
Oh! It's the Canadian episode. There you go.
This is the Canadian episode. That's why I should have called this instead of Doomed.
We're doomed, eh?
We're doomed.
Oh,
Singing the Doom song.
Continuing with the awesomeness, I found out when I might be migrating to the PS4 when I saw the Uncharted bundle that's coming out a month after the game is coming out. I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but okay, cool. It's a pretty bluish gray console with Nathan Drake on the front, really sexy, with a bluish gray controller and the game inside the box, and I'm guessing it comes with a 1 terabyte hard drive because it's $4.99.
Nice.
Good old Canadian. And it comes out on April 26, 2016, and doesn't the game come out on the 18th of March?
No, I think it got pushed back. Just
Oh, really? Oh, did it get pushed back?
Let me find out.
April?
I believe so, actually. Let me find out.
Oh.
Yeah, April 26th.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so, your whole rant on that was invalid.
I thought, oh, hey,
Oh. Yeah, you were still in the idea that it was coming out fairly soon. Speaking of which, we should go through the new releases of this week. So, first of which, that new game for today, February 5th, we have XCOM 2, the game that I am fucking pissed is not on console as of yet. I I was a huge XCOM fan, especially of Enemy Unknown. So when XCOM 2 got announced, I was super excited. Then it was PC only, and my PC doesn't work
Well,
worth shit.
there has been talk that it could be ported.
There has been talk, but nothing as of yet. So
And you know what the best part is? It came out for OS X and also Linux. So
yeah, seriously. So it's like, come on.
it's multi-platform. Isn't that lovely?
So, fuck you. So February 9th, we have Arslan, The Warriors of Legend for PS3, PS4, and Xbox One. Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia and the Trilogy Pack for PS4 and Xbox One. So that is the trilogy that includes China, India, and Russia. And now we also have Dying Light the Following for PS4, Xbox One, PC. Firewatch for Windows, Mac, Linux, and PS4. Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time.
Firewatch, yes, I remember seeing that at E3.
Yeah, I'm super excited to watch that.
There's been like no hype at all for that.
There's been a little, honestly. There's a lot of people have been actually promoting it, but it's been more word of mouth, but nothing as of like an actual full-on release information, stuff like that. Also for PS4, February 9th, Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, Windows, PS4, Xbox One, and the one I'm really fucking excited for, Unraveled, Windows, PS4, and Xbox One. And of course, Unravel is Yarny. It's the cute little guy.
Red thing.
That's the one that everyone just went aww when he showed up.
Well, last year's E3 was like the running theme was yarn.
Yes. Aside from that, we did notice that because woolly yarn. What else was there? Unraveled.
Yoshi or
Yoshi's Woolly World.
Woolly World. That's what I meant.
That came if you bought the collectors, like the big bundle. It came with an actual plushy Yoshi amiibo, which was amazing.
That was just lovely. I was like, I want one. Also, later that week, in Japan only, we have Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final and Valkyria Chronicles Remastered, coming on the 10th for our fans in Japan. And Oddworld New and Tasty is coming to the Wii U on February 11th. Yeah, that's the week in games.
Cool.
That's that for that.
I am really excited for Unravel and Firewatch, obviously. Assassin's Creed Russia, I'm probably going to get it because I do have the other two, but so far, I'm not sold on Chronicles as a whole.
Let me guess, it's cold and depressing for Russia.
Oh, more than likely. Just to say. Because China is really pretty. Like, it's a very pretty side-scroller. But it starts to get boring after a while, like, really quickly, actually. And India fixes that. It does seem to get like it's a lot more challenging, I find. But there's only so much you can really do with the side scrolling right now.
Yeah.
At Russia, I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more to it because it's going to be Russian Revolution. So hopefully they'll actually fix that.
I never thought they would put Assassin's Creed in a 2D to begin with because a couple of years ago I could never imagine that the concept of it, the whole basic mechanic is 3D running in like freeform platform.
Well, It started back with the second one on the DS, wasn't it?
It was well, yeah. When two came out,
Ass-
they went back to
Assassin.
Altair on the DS.
I must have missed that because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, wasn't there Discovery?
I don't remember. The
Yeah,
one I saw was Altair Chronicles.
that was
Okay.
on the PSP.
That was
Pretty
also
sure.
that was also a side-scrolling one as well.
Oh, okay.
And there was another one for DS that was similar.
Yeah.
This is a problem with Assassin's Creed, and I think this is why, if the rumor is true of going, like taking that little bit of a break, then this is probably going to fix it. But the series has gone so convoluted that where we don't know what exactly we're following it anymore.
It's a bit oversaturated.
Yeah, it's oversaturated,
It's like COD.
but
No,
I will admit
even
the
with
thing with
COD,
COD,
like you could follow 3 primary storylines between the 3
Yeah.
things, so it's clear enough on that. But all the Assassin's Creed kind of all together, it's just one thing every year.
yeah, and that's the thing, like where it's one whole story, like even with the spin-off games, it's still part of the main story. It's like, okay, what are we
There's too
following?
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's just too much.
there's just too much, and it needs to pull back a little bit. That's the major thing, I think. But you never know. It's hard to say. We'll see what Ubisoft is doing. More than likely at E3. We're probably getting Watch Dogs, which, of course, is also set in the Assassin's Creed universe as well. So, one way or another, we're going to get a Assassin's Creed game shown to us. Whether it's in Watch Dogs or if it's...
It'll be Watch Dogs 2, and it'll hands down be amazing.
Yeah, because we know Ubisoft's system. The second game is always amazing. The first is always a test.
The first one sucks.
Yes.
Well, let's look at Far Cry, because Far Cry 1, Ubisoft didn't make it. It was Cry. Second one, it was them that made it. It was eh. And in the third one, oh my God, was amazing. So let's go with Watch Dogs 2 is going to be phenomenal.
Now, there also has been rumors that there was another Far Cry may be announced as well.
Primal's not even out yet.
Yeah, Primal isn't even out yet, but supposedly rumored that there's going to be another one.
Yeah, but Primal is their first spin-off game in the Far Cry series. Well, second one.
Second spin-off. Because, Blood Dragon, does count.
Blood Dragon, yeah, I know. Oh my God, they could do a sequel to Blood Dragon. That would be amazing.
Any one of the other spin-off ideas that they had way back in the day, or like last year. Way back in the day.
Supposedly, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still under dev.
I will believe it when we get an actual release date or trailer.
That might be Ubisoft's big E3 thing this year.
Yeah, because honestly,
Okay, fine. Here, let me rephrase that. Once we get a trailer with a actual release date, then I will believe it.
I'd like to see it.
Oh yeah, me too. But to me, despite what the developer said, saying that it is still in production, it's still being worked on, that to me is like Half-Life 3.
I'll say it sounds to me more like Duke Nukem in Last Guardian. It took them forever to come out, and it got to the point nobody believed it ever would.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's actually because Last Guardian is coming out. That's why I used Half-Life 3. Because here's the thing. To me, and I know there are a lot of people who believe the same thing, and a lot of people are going to fucking hate me for saying this, but to me, Half-Life 3 is canceled.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I
Valve is no longer a game company. Valve is a hardware manufacturer slash digital distributor.
I think
exactly.
my
Continue.
personal thought on that is if there is a sliver of chance that Valve themselves would make it, it would be under the new engine that they were working on. I only read about it last year, and I really haven't heard anything about it since. Um, More realistically, if Half-Life 3 was ever made, chances are good that either Valve would create an offshoot company to just make games, or they would just license out the IP altogether. But what
Which was
what
an idea that was pitched to them as well with Naughty
yeah.
Dog CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and like it'd be awesome if Naughty Dog made it because they make good stuff. But
Fuck yeah.
But I
the
don't see Gabe really letting anyone touch it.
It's hard to say right now.
it's
That's the
hard to
worst
say
part.
because the problem is the pressure this game has. I can't really think of any other game that had so much of like the entire internet sitting on it to be made to be perfect and to do more for its time whenever it would be made than what Half-Life 2 did. And like what the fuck, you know?
But
You
yeah.
are basically taking the biggest gamble roll between a D20 that only has 120 and the rest are ones, basically.
Pretty much, because somebody's not going to like it. Somebody's going to be like,
Yep.
I waited so long for this. This
Well,
better be heaven. And then
to
they
say
get.
somebody's not going to like a game is one of the biggest truths in the world. Like,
let's
but
let's
And, and then they're just going to get the hate ball
yeah,
rolling. Is where I was going with that.
let's just go with Diablo 3.
There, that is a perfect.
yeah,
Oh, you know what? What's also a perfect example? Duke Nukem. Because despite, everyone kind of realizing it's Duke Nukem, people did have a lot of hope riding on that. It was going to be fucking amazing. This long of development time over this many years,
This load of crap. Load
and
of
that,
crap.
and that was just a steaming pile.
yeah. It definitely was a steaming pile, but to be honest, I think it was more 50-50 on the hopes on that because honestly, like as much as I liked the Duke Nukem as a series, I really felt like after like the third or fourth year that it wasn't out. Like every time I see pictures of this, it's different, and I'm pretty sure by the time it comes out, it's going to be stitched together from all the generations. And
Well,
I was like, it is what it is. But
how many studios worked on it? There was the original Apogee.
it was like
Was it
3 or
Apogee?
4, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Apogee,
there
you
was
mean?
Apogee slash 3D Realms, and then he
Yeah.
went to someone else. Then he went to Gearbox. So
Yeah. It was a lot, but yeah, like, but even then, like, I don't feel like Duke Nukem had the same level of pressure that Fallout 3 has because
Excuse me.
nobody really like they like Duke Nukem games, but it wasn't considered a groundbreaking game,
no,
whereas
not at
Half-Life
all.
was. So
Well,
it wasn't the same level of hype. It wasn't the same. It did become sort of a meme, but it wasn't as pervasive or as explosive as what the Half-Life 3 meme is.
Well, yeah, for presentation for Half-Life 1, when you're on the train and you're getting to Black Mesa and you're just walking around, looking around, going,
Yeah.
holy shit. And then in the second one with the sound design, just the sound.
The sound and the graphics and the level of graphics it could pull with minimal hardware.
Oh, and just the physics. The
yeah.
physics.
Yeah, definitely the physics, but I think what stood out to me the most, like between the two, was there were not many games that could tell a full story with no cutscenes.
Yeah.
Especially for either an FPS or an RPG or all those sorts of things. And obviously that was the mantra of the company to begin with. Use the in-game engine to tell the story. And even to this day, there's not that many games that'll still be able to pull it off. So
No, not really.
that was such a high level bar for them to jump. I think it's almost a matter of they're too scared to try it again because missing that jump is going to be very costly to the reputation of the company.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't blame them in that sense, because if I was a PR person that said, hey, we're going to make this thing, and I'm looking at the game and I don't feel it's going to be there, that's it, resume, somewhere else. See ya.
Yeah. What I don't want to see at E3 this year is the PC game show. My God, that was horrid.
PC Game Show wasn't all that great during E3. That was
Oh,
Was it the one with Maximum PC hosting?
yeah, I
yes.
think
Okay.
so. With the guy was a complete, yeah.
Like, personally, I love reading about PC stuff. I like PC, Maximum PC as an
Oh yeah,
article
don't get me
reading
wrong.
company.
Like,
It's just that the presentation was very clear. It was their first time for that level.
yeah.
And if they do show up
Yeah.
again, I hope they learned from last year. It was a bit hard to watch, but I'm not really going to rag on them, because I do realize E3 is a lot of pressure, especially if it's your first time.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, E3 is a lot of pressure. I mean, look at the guy that announced Unravel. He was shaking in his boots.
Yeah.
He was there, like, yeah. So we created a game, and here's Yarny. Don't get me wrong, that was adorable. But when you're leading a presentation to to be the host of your show,
Yeah, because it's
that's cuts the adorableness. He didn't have Yarny to back him up.
yeah,
That was his problem. He needed Yarny.
yeah. And it's really easy, like as a viewer, whether you were there in the audience or just watching live, to say, oh, this guy wasn't that good of a presenter because this and that. But you really don't understand what kind of pressure it is to be on stage for that many people, especially knowing there's millions more watching live on camera.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, like I understood the situation. I think he did okay, relatively speaking. And if he does, show up again, and not just this guy, but like anybody really, practice makes perfect. Really is the best method I could put it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But I definitely do want to see more. Not just PC games, but I would like to see more about PC hardware, because like
Not
what I
gonna
told
get
people.
that, though. That's not going to happen.
Whoa, no. Whoa. AMD was there, and they showed off the Fury X.
Plus, also to mention that with virtual reality being the top thing this year, PCs are going to be the forefront of it for the most part.
Yeah.
So
Valve will hopefully come by with the HTC thing.
yeah. Plus, it's also the year that both video graphics companies, NVIDIA and AMD, finally overcome their barrier, so they jump from 28 nanometer down to 16 and 14 respectively.
Yes.
And that's going to be the difference.
We get HBM2, which
Yes.
is going to be the next step of the generation, and we'll be able to theoretically go to 16 gigs. Luke, say something. You look confused.
I am confused. I'm just sitting here like, okay, it's tech. This is a tech podcast now.
We also have, for the low-end range, we'll also have GDDR5X. Yeah.
We'll go on about it tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's have a little talk about how Tekken is gonna work.
I have no idea. You're pioneering it. I'm just along for the ride.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah,
tomorrow. So we're doing this tomorrow, are we?
If you want.
Okay. Yeah. I don't care.
Okay,
It's
yeah, sure.
snowing. All right. So.
So yeah, so doing Tekken tomorrow. We're actually launching this.
I guess we cool.
Fucking right. Let's do this. That's
All right.
awesome.
So tomorrow is essentially just. I
The
don't know
test
how,
run. It's going to be
Yeah,
your
test
pilot
run.
episode.
I kind of want to do our first episode about, I don't know, brands.
Sure.
Yeah.
Talk about what we
It's
like.
your fucking show.
Yeah.
I'd like to-
I'm just the
actually,
guy that's
branding-
producing it at this point.
What?
I'm just the producer of the show at this point.
All
Like,
right.
I think branding is a really good topic to start with, especially for our first one, because
Well, yeah, talk
It-
about what we like, which
Yeah.
brands we trust, what you've bought before and you didn't like, that you went, I will never ever buy this ever again.
Apple.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd go with Sony.
You're buying a PlayStation.
No, but that's different. That was one thing we didn't have in GameItall. Sony's thinking of splitting up their companies.
no, they're
Making
combining it.
Yeah, but making PlayStation its own brand, its
Yeah.
own thing. So if Sony completely goes down, which I wouldn't be surprised, they could go shift off PlayStation in its own way. Because
I would see that
Sony-
more as a last-ditch effort. Microsoft tried to do that with Xbox before the CEO hands changed a few years back.
Yeah, but like it wouldn't be surprising because how many people really buy Sony TVs compared to LG or Samsung or other brands?
Well, Sony sold off Vio to another. I don't remember if it was to another company or as a handoff. But,
Yeah, they sold it off to some Chinese manufacturer.
Lenovo maybe.
No, it's just some other weird offshoot brand.
But they are still making parts. They just announced that they're making Sony-branded solid-state drives this week.
Yeah.
Which was super odd.
Yeah, because you don't really think of Sony when you think of solid state. You think of like,
Super aggravating, non-formatted PS Vita cards.
there you go. Yeah, and like same as smartphones. I don't know too many people that own Sony branded smartphones. And
the Ericssons, I believe they're called.
no, Ericsson is no longer. They splitted ways. You have Sony.
Okay.
It's the Xperias now.
Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
I only know one guy that owns an Xperia phone, like out of crap loads of people.
I don't think they're that popular in North America, but I do know a couple Asian friends that have some, so I guess it's maybe more of a regional thing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Luke,
Yeah.
you might want to take control before we do.
Yeah, this is all great stuff. You know, definitely for tomorrow's
He's like the Queen of England.
podcast. I don't know what the hell is going on here. This is awesome.
Tomorrow. It's going to be a fun, quick 20-minute
So-
thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow is going to
Half
be a
an
fun
hour or
little
whatever.
awesome show, and we'll get that set up here for you guys, and yeah.
There's one.
Take it off.
There's one little thing I would like to mention to anybody watching. I'm working on a small Q&A section, mostly for computer parts. But if people have general questions that they don't know if they're, like what kind of things should I be looking for when I'm building hardware or stuff like that, feel free to send them directly to me, or you can just check my link from my Facebook page or Twitter. I'll definitely do
Or
my
use the
best to try to get
hashtag
there.
GameItall Live Tech
Or that.
Yeah, and then we
or
could
Tech It All. Yeah, hashtag Tech It All.
and then we could just talk about it on the podcast.
Or that, yeah. I'll try to make a small Q&A section soon. I got a few questions lined up,
No,
and
we,
I figured
we
it's
should
more
start
to be
doing that.
helpful.
What?
We really should start doing that. Like, have like a hashtag for the episode, or like if people want to contact us, to do it on Twitter.
Okay.
Hashtag GameItall.
I don't. Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
That's just an idea. Just an idea. Pitch it down.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Alright.
we do have to end this because we are over our time limit.
Oh my God, we are.
Yeah, we're
As,
just.
as if that's something new. We do it every. I don't think there's been any weeks.
Yes, no.
like-
There's been 3 weeks in a row that we actually hit the hour mark.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and then there.
I'm gonna
after
assume
that,
they're the
we
weeks
just
that I
went
was not present for.
Yeah. After that, we just went downhill and overstretched. So, for GameItAll.com, I'm Lucas Grimm,
Hey, I'm Pino25.
Adilaris.
and you guys have a great night.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Better.
See you tomorrow for the Tech It All podcast, and next week for Game It All Live.
Oh, hell yeah.